All right, good morning traders and welcome to the All Markets webinar. This is Bruce at Bookmap. We'll be going through live order flow using Bookmap. And the goal here is to understand the participants in the auction process within the market. Participants can only partake in the auction via orders. That's why order flow is important, right? So we're going to look and understand at the behavior of these participants and then look for price to move in specific directions based off of their behavior. We are small players. We want to understand the larger players and where they might be moving the market. All right. We have just a few news items here. Every Tuesday at 1 p.m. We have our onboarding webinar. This will just get you up and running in Bookmap, logging into the bookmap.com website, downloading the platform, subscribing to data, and how to connect that data and add a symbol. All right, so it's just a really good onboarding or informative webinar to get you up and running. All right, also our new course, Supply and Demand Setups course on the Learning Center. We've been going through these. It's exclusively on the Learning Center. So if you want access to it, you've got to go to bookmap.com and then click on the education link here. Okay, once you click on that, you're in the Learning Center. Here's the new course here. And why I'm showing this is because we've been going through these and we will continue to go through these setups during this webinar. There are many in here. There's 10. And we'll look at several today, and hopefully we'll really get a nice move and we can scale into a position using the low volume pullback setup in here. Okay, one of my favorites. Anyway, that's the new course and the setups on the Learning Center. And I just wanted to put this slide up. This is from our meeting last night in the Bookmap Academy. And this is the criteria that we're looking for participants or members in the Bookmap Academy. Now, if you are interested in that, again, go to bookmap.com and click on the More button up here, and then you can see it right here, Bookmap Academy. Click on that, and you can read about it here, and you can apply right here. There's added benefits in there as well. Like right now, we're having a promo where you can get the access to the MBO bundle of indicators. You have to create some content around that as well and get up and running with it. Anyway, journaling to build out your playbook. All right, number 1, 2, 3, and 4. First thing we're going to be looking for is the impetus. What's moving the market? Okay, we're going to go through this today, right now. Then we're going to look at our higher time frame key levels. And then the time of day. So it's 10 a.m. East Coast time. The momentum move is typically over around this time, or it's just kind of petering out. And then typically we have some sort of consolidation or pending reversal, and then maybe continuation later in the day. That's why we have number 3 here as time of day is important. And then our checklist, our setup checklist, and understanding the order flow events within our checklist. Okay, so as you can see, we get down to the checklist here at number 4. And then it's all into trade management, etc. Yeah, I suggest that traders take a look at one setup, create 20 markups of that setup, use replay mode, and build out your playbook. You're going to become an expert at the way that you trade, and you should start making money. All right, so that's the goal here. Let's go through the disclosures and jump into the market. General disclosure. All Bookmap Limited materials, information, and presentations are for educational purposes only and should not be considered specific investment advice nor recommendations. Risk disclosure. Trading futures, equities, and digital currencies involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's jump in. Let's take a look and what is going on here. Okay, interesting. Missed this one since we started right here at 10 a.m. Nice little breakout here from this move to the downside. We'll start off here with the market impetus though, and then we'll get into more details in the order flow. What is the market impetus today? Well, what do you guys think? It's blaring headlines about China and tariffs and that kind of volatility occurring again. Okay, we can see the drop here at around 807 or 808, something like that. And look at the chop around in here. Market's trying to understand what it means. And we can see that behavior in here. I mean, you can see the initial big sell-off here. And where did it go? Okay, these are some of the questions we're going to answer through that checklist that I'd just shown. Understanding key levels. All right, let's jump over to our candlestick chart for just a minute. Okay, well, here's our key level right here. You can see the move down into it right here. This is a 15-minute candlestick chart for the ES. Okay, here's a swing low right here. Here it is on the hourly. This is what it looks like. Here it is on the daily. So we're chopping around in here. So bigger picture, what's going on in the daily here? Well, you can see the move up above the swings up in here. In fact, I want more data in here. Okay, because this is getting pretty interesting now. Yeah, I didn't really understand a lot of the move to the upside here, but anyway, we came up to these swings up in here, and the market has struggled. Okay, we can see a potential distribution pattern in here. We don't know yet, and bulls are still in control, basically, within this area here. We see the drop, but we see the move right back up. Now, is this the doji death nail here, and are we going to continue on lower? Well, today we can see the chop around, and we just went below the swing here. Okay, so we see the reaction now back up. Now we're going to be looking to see where is the market going, we know the fundamental impetus of what's driving it, and well, we can just start with, maybe even stop with the tariffs data or information. Now we're looking at key levels. Okay, trying to keep it simple here. And our key levels, well, we just covered the swings down here on the hourly and the 15-minute chart, and we see a reaction down there. Okay, pretty nice one too. Look at the buyers come in. You can see the gap in here as well. Okay, the gap is up here around 59.17. Okay, and you can see the swings from the open in here as well. So from this is actually, we're looking at a 5-minute chart here. It's not a 15-minute chart. Sorry about that. Let's go to a 15-minute chart. All right. So yeah, we can see the gap in here around this 17.5, 18 area would fill the gap. So do we still find more buyers? Good morning, Trading is Life. Laura, Stephen, Alois, Luciano. All right, so, well, we don't know yet. I mean, this is the swing up in here. It's the cash open, and then the swing high for the cash session is this kind of 12.5 area. Okay, and we see the probe on the move up into this area in here. Okay, so we need to see if there's follow through. And that's when we're going to go to Bookmap. Okay, because there's all sorts of scenarios that we can develop from this. In fact, that is from our preparation plan here. Fundamentals, our bigger picture, we already went through that. Our technicals, we've just went through that. Now we're looking for our outlook for the day. Okay, developing scenarios. D&T Matter did a great job yesterday in his content going through this process here. Really nicely done, D&T. And then he developed some really nice scenarios as well. He had 3 different scenarios of what his outlook was for the day, and then you can start to consider what kind of strategies and setups you want to use. Okay, that's really important. When you're trading, the right scenario with the right setup, you're going to knock it out of the park. I mean, if you manage it correctly, you should be seeing some really nice gains. And that's what we want to align everything with down to this moment here. Okay. Then we look at the entry and the criteria within Bookmap. Okay, and the management as well. All right, that's the process. All right, so we just went above the swing in here, okay, and just filled the gap. Now we're going to see a reaction up here. Okay, the gap filled. There's a lot of traders that were stuck maybe from yesterday, and maybe they'll be selling to get out. There might be a lot of new sellers engaging in the market up here as well. Let's take a look. Okay, we also see the drop up here, right? So that's where it's testing. All right, let's jump in and take a look. All right, so here's our 17.5, and our 20 level has liquidity up here, and this is that little pop that we just saw. Okay, now we see some selling in here, but they're not really gaining traction yet. Okay, in fact, it looks like it's kind of a flagging pattern in here. The breakout, pullback, and then more buyers in here. Now, I don't really trust it. This is not the kind of flag pattern I'm willing to trade because we're up near that gap, right? And I also see a big selling in here. I'm not looking for that in this flag pattern here. Okay, but other than that, it looks pretty good, right? And I would be targeting a measured move up into 20 here. Yeah, maybe we can give it a shot. I mean, this would only be for our own curiosity, yeah, this is smelling like a big trap here to see price kind of go up here and then really turn around and drop. All right, so anyway, let's see what happens here. Okay, flag patterns kind of playing out. You see the buying in here. And let's see if we can get a little bit more in here, and then we should get the move up to the highs of the day here. All right, any questions? Good morning, Rob. Oh, Rob, you got to post your desk, a Bookmap desk. Let me show you guys. This is another kind of fun thing we're doing at the moment, yeah, not seeing this flag pattern follow through at the moment. In fact, it is looking like has that potential here. If the sellers can come in right below in here, we can move lower. Anyway, let me show you this. And you guys should partake in this if you want to show off your desk. Hey, your Bookmap desk. Here's the link here. I'll put it into the chat for you as well. And Rob, you already took the photo, so just go on to any social media platform from either X, Instagram, or LinkedIn, and then post your image. And then all you have to do is put in hashtag Bookmap desk, and it'll show up in here. You have a good one, so put it in. Here's J Traders. Here's Scott Pulcini's. Here's mine. Mine looks just humble as can be compared to theirs. And then we have Dan's in here as well. Okay, so put your desk in here, Bookmap desk, and let's check it out and have some fun with the competition. Great prizes too. $1,000 for first place, plus 1 year of Global Plus with data, one exchange. That's a really nice offering. Actually, really good prizes. Second is $500 with 1 year of Bookmap Global Plus with data from one exchange, right? And then third place is 3 months of Bookmap Global Plus with data. That's pretty nice. Anyway, go have fun with it and check it out. Okay, Rob, so you don't have X. Well, you can sign up for an X, but You don't have LinkedIn or anything? Okay. It's the only way to do it is you got to have one of those accounts, Instagram, LinkedIn, or an X or Twitter account. I know you have a YouTube account. All right, guys, let's just see if we can get. I really don't like it. I know we see the breakout here. Fundamentally, though, this is not in line with what we're looking for, and this is more like a probe or a test up into the gap fill, and see if there's any interest up in these areas in here in the auction. Right now, I am not seeing it. That's actually something, seeing the back and forth in the marketplace, especially, well, it depends on the instrument, of course. But the S&P and some of the stock indexes are pretty forgiving in the sense that they almost always come back and retest and probe that area. Okay, so this is something to consider when you're looking at your entry for your setup. Okay, so for example, look at this breakout in here. Okay, it's pretty good. The volume, though, I would like to see a lot more volume in terms of like volume dots, and really see a confirmed breakout in here. And this is it's not bad actually, but look at the sell dot here compared to the buy dots. And that's what I'm talking about. Okay, now I know we counter here with another cluster of buying, and then it's back and forth in here. So here's what I'm saying. If you're looking for that flag pattern and this doesn't seem so convincing, this is where you're going to look at a host of things to optimize your trading strategy. Number one is, if you're going to be looking for, I would definitely be looking for a pullback on this. Okay, and it did it right into this area in here, kind of where it broke out from. Okay, so there's a beauty right there, and then it's followed by buying right after. Okay, this is pretty good. Looks pretty good to enter in here to take this up to 20 and get a measured move out of it. And let's measure it. Okay, because I bet you this works out pretty well. So here's our pullback, and here's our measured move, and 20 looks just perfect as a target. Okay, so the impulse move from this one is equal to the next impulse move here up into high liquidity. Now, what I'm trying to say or get to here is, if you see this kind of move in here, and it looks pretty good, but it doesn't have all the pieces for an A+ setup. It's not a 10 out of 10 type of thing. Even if it's maybe like a 7 or a 6 out of 10, consider a deeper pullback and then your entry, but then also consider much smaller size. Okay, so it may work out, but you don't have all the pieces in here. Okay, so you're going to reduce your risk by waiting for a pullback, and you're going to reduce your risk with your sizing. And then you're also going to be reducing your risk for your targets. Okay, because on the deeper pullback like this, consider the top of the range to take some off. Okay, I almost always look for that and then hold one. Okay, for the measured move. And you can see the market's struggling in here. So you just optimize that flag pattern strategy. Does that have any questions on that? Does that make sense? This will keep you in the game much longer. Okay, so here we go again. All right, let's actually take a shot at this here. Let's see if these buyers can follow through now. Okay, it looks like they should, right? We have a higher low, we have buying up in here, we have some selling, and the market probed here. Okay, and now it's probing here, but we see buying up here. Okay, so I'm looking for it to probe a little bit higher up into maybe 17, or maybe we'll get our breakout into 20. Now I'm going to start setting my take profits, and we'll just look for top of the range in here. Now I know that's a very small scalp, but you know, either that or up to the measured move of 20 here. But this is not too convincing in here, so maybe it's just turning into kind of range bound activity. All right, now what we're looking for in here, and we might actively manage this in here. Okay, we're looking for buyers, not sellers down here. Okay, we're looking for buyers to come in. So far so good. Now we need to see follow through by these buyers. They need to reach up and break out of this little range in here. Okay, all right, now what did we get up here? We got some sellers. Okay, so not looking good here. A lot of sellers. Okay, now do the sellers get follow through though? Not yet. Not yet. Okay, and now they kind of disappeared here because of the clustering. The selling's still here, but it clustered with some buyers, so it kind of subtracted that selling away. Okay, that red dot. Okay, so now here's our reprobe up here. Okay, and we don't see buyers here, right? Now we're getting our sellers. This is not what we're looking for, right? Let's get out of the position. Okay, now, yeah, this may happen here. It probed down here, and we're still finding buying interest. We can always get back in. Okay. Anyway, it's pretty choppy. This is not what we're looking for, and I'll take the small loss on that. Okay, now we are getting buyers back up in here. All right, here we go. All right, this is something I will, I chased it, but this is something I will look for follow through in. I'm seeing the buyers. Okay, so we got a move up to here, and that was it so far. On buyers, let's see if you can take it higher here. You should be able to take it higher. Okay, are they bidding up a little bit? Yeah, up in here. Market probed here. Okay, the market probed here though too. So now we're getting chop. Okay, it's going to probe lower, and we're going to get stopped out. Right to it, and no transactions at our stop, but let's see if we get it here. Okay, buyers. Now the market probed here 3 times, right? Now let's see if we get our buyers, and let's see if we get our breakout. Okay, so it tried, it didn't go lower. Now buyers can come in and probe higher and go back up, and let's see if we can hit our 19.5 or 20 level up here. And that's also our where we kind of drop from, and we have some high volume nodes in here. We have high liquidity in here as well. Okay, so this is why we talk about exhaustion and absorption and these kind of probes in here, market probing, and some of the swings or the extremes in here. And this is why we look at these things. What is the interest up at some of those levels? Okay, so now you can see it. Some sellers here, buyers probe back up to here, and they no follow through. Right, so we're going to go lower. We're going to see if we find buyers now. Okay, just chopping in this range, and let's see. We got to see who's going to take control here, and at least go for the swing, and try to maybe trade with some of these traders up here on the offer, or down here on the bid at 13 or 12 and a half. Okay, so there's our probe again down to here. Okay, so it looks like it's probably going to go a little bit lower here and probe into 13, I imagine here, maybe 12. Nice, trading is life. You got your trade set up there. Looks good. Like it. Yep. So yeah, it looks nice. 3 monitors. Got Bookmap there. Okay, we see a little bit more activity on the bid at a higher level in here. Now, what's the reaction? Do we get buyers? Starting to. Now, let's see if they can push it up into here now. All right, so we got our push up to the highs. And okay, so we got our test. We got our probe into this area here of high liquidity. And that's that. Okay, not looking for a breakout. This is our gap fill up in this area in here. And yeah, I'm not looking for these buyers to take it higher right now. I'm looking for a reaction from some sellers. Okay, after trading into some high liquidity. Now we kind of front ran that high liquidity, so let's see how it reacts up into this 20 and this 19 and a half here. Hey Stephen, like regarding your trade station or your Bookmap desk, hey, have fun with it. I mean, like you know, you could be you on the beach in Madeira. So you know, it doesn't have to be some killer setup, uh, and just yeah, put it out there, and you know, let's have some fun with it. I mean, where you live, Stephen, is utterly gorgeous. All right, let me see if there's any questions over on YouTube. Arigato, good morning. And Kumar, how do you incorporate icebergs into your trading? Great question. And we were covering this in the Academy meeting last night. DNT had a really good example, really good one. And let's see if we can bring it up. But let's take a look at the icebergs right now. Okay, so icebergs and stops, and let's think about how we can get added confluence. Well, first off, let me state it this way. They're both stops and icebergs we use them as a confluence. Okay, it's not a signal. Order flow is what rules the day. Okay, like look at this high liquidity up here. Okay, we look for this, right? We know that this is supply up here. This is where the sellers are. Okay, so we're looking for buyers to greet and transact with the sellers, and that happened here. It didn't go higher here. It just came up into here. Okay, now these are limit sell orders. The liquidity heat map is showing you limit sell orders, and that's all it's showing you. Okay, these are passive orders. They cannot move the market. They can stop the market from moving. All right, now what are icebergs? Icebergs are very much like limit orders, except that they're hidden. Well, the majority of them are hidden. Okay, the tip of the iceberg, and that's why it's called an iceberg. Like this one right up here, you see that 10 transacted. Only 10 transacted. In fact, you see the D here? This is kind of unique. We usually don't see this D up here. It means it was detected. Okay, E means E here. This means it was fully executed. So we know that this iceberg order or hidden order was fully executed for 106 contracts. Okay, on the offer. These are sellers. They are their position is as sellers. Okay, down below, if it's down below price, these were buyers. This one is actually a great example. Let's just cover this. Okay, it was detected up here, and only 10 transacted so far. And it's still in the market right here. If it's to the right of the price in the window here, this is the live market to the right of the vertical white line here. If it's to the right, it's in the current market. Okay, so this iceberg is still here. It has only traded 10 contracts and nothing more. In fact, only the detection part. Nice, Laura. Oh, I needed to get you a Bookmap image. You can probably get something off of the internet. I looked for it. I didn't find the black one with the Ukrainian flag on it. So I don't know if you guys have it, if someone else has it out there. But anyway, you can find something off the internet, Laura. And I don't know, maybe Dan can, I don't know if you can find, I look for it on my side in my files, but did not find it. So yeah, Laura, post it and put it in the, just find your social media platform and post it. Hashtag Bookmap Desk. All right, let's get back to now. We kind of lost our beautiful example here. This is kind of a pity. We had 10 icebergs. We can get some of it back maybe, but it is transacted or was pulled. Let me see or show you here. Okay, and so we will look at all iceberg transactions. See, I'm filtering it here. And I'm getting to answer your question here. All right, so now we know we have the answer here, Kumar, that this iceberg here that was detected for 10. All right, and let's zoom in here. Here's when it was detected. Okay, this is fact. This is when it's actually kind of interesting. You'll see like the detection actually takes place. Let's not get into the details. We know that the first iceberg or tip of the iceberg or tranche of this iceberg was 10. Okay, 10 transaction or 10 lots. Okay, and then it continued to. This is another iceberg down here. Okay, that's another one. So anyway, it stayed in the order book. We don't know how much was behind it. Okay, now it says 17 because it aggregated them together, right? With those two, they were close enough that we aggregated it. All right, so now 10 transacted, and it was detected, and it stayed in the order book. Let's keep zooming out here. We don't know how much was behind it, okay, until it fully transacts or cancels. And when it cancels, we still don't know what was behind it. So how many icebergs were there overall? Okay, now price came back up here and transacted with it. We know now. Here's a transaction of 8, and then here it's fully executed for 33. My settings here, Valley fan. This is what I got, and I've got the aggregate in here. So yeah, it's anyway. I had to deselect the. I like this setting, but I know others don't. They want to look at a very specific number. If you do, then just put in the individual threshold in here. I think it was John last night. He said he likes 200 and above. So just put in that. I really like the automatic. I'll tell you why. Is because it's based off of it's dynamic. 60 minutes, and then we have a multiplier here. So you can input 30 minutes or whatever, and then you can put in a multiplier here. So right now it's 41. If you want to see like 200, we'll place it up here like at 6.5 or whatever, and there you go. So it has to be 213, or here we can bring it down a little bit, 201, okay, with a 6.1 multiplier. Right, so only the big ones are going to show, and I really like this setting, but or the automatic threshold, and other than that, this is going to show every single one right now, and it aggregated them when they were really close together, though. So, boy, all right. So I'm getting into settings and everything. Let's just get and answer the question here. How do you use this? All right. So now we know that there wasn't a whole lot of transactions there. It was an iceberg for 36. Okay. Well, what was the liquidity at this price level up here? Okay. Well, this was 241 contracts in here. Okay. That's a lot bigger, right? And what about down here? This was 185 contracts. So this iceberg, yeah, it's kind of interesting to see that, we had a larger player in there that only transacted with 36. Okay. Here's one that was canceled. Only one transacted and he canceled. Okay, but this might be this is the thing. We don't know if there's 1,000 behind this or not. It's hidden still. We just know when it transacted. Okay, so here's what we got, and here's how to use it. We have high liquidity up here, and we have some icebergs. Okay, so the icebergs in this case helped a little bit as a confluence, but this is why order flow rules, because it's high liquidity, transactions took place into it, and then what was the follow through after those transactions? Okay, we don't see the buyers come back in, the sellers roll in, and now we're going down to the downside. Okay, so there you go, right? That's how to use it. Again, just to reiterate, the order flow is the most important. The icebergs are a subset of the limit order book. Okay, so it's individual players. Now, seeing the order types within the order flow is pretty amazing transparency. Okay, the red dots, these are sell or stop orders. Okay, it's an order type. Again, we can put together context though here. 21 people got stopped out on the move down here. And then the market came back in and buyers came back in after people got stopped out, traded into some liquidity down here below the swing, and then buyers came back in and traded up here. This is that, again, that going back to what we were talking about in terms of the market probing into these areas in here. Okay. And it probed up into here. This is the follow through, and this is why it's so important to understand the after the transactions, what is the reaction. Okay, because the transactions is great. It's the first part of it. In this case, we can even say leg. This is the first leg. Look at the second leg of this. It's a double top. There's no follow through. It probed up here, nothing. We started to find some sellers. We found more sellers. It probed down to here. It took a while. Traded into this liquidity first, and now it's probing even lower. Okay, after filling that gap. Okay, so now we can start to understand this as a potential reversal pattern. Okay, and we're using these icebergs to help us out. Okay, we can use the stops to help us out too. Does that answer your question? So look for your stops and look for liquidity at your levels. It is a confluence. Okay, Kumar, I'm glad I answered it. It's amazing transparency. It's a really powerful indicator. And I hate to say indicator, it's just showing you what is happening in the market. It's showing you individuals transacting in the market. That's really cool. I don't know. I find it cool. All right, let's continue on. I was just gonna say let's look for a low volume pullback now, and we're not getting it. Sellers are just coming in, hand over fist here. All right, so now we do have a stop run here. Okay, so now I'm looking for a probe back up, a retest back up now. Okay, so here's 14, here's 87. Okay, did it trade into high liquidity? Yeah, it traded into here and then followed through a little bit with a stop run. Okay, maybe that's enough, right? So now let's actually take a look at this in here. Let's jump back to the Trader Map Pro version, and let's see if we can get a low. This is our low volume pullback, and we're looking for follow through to the downside. Okay, and here we can front run this high liquidity down here at 05. Okay, we're a little late to the party here, but we're going to go for it anyway. Okay, now I'm going to also hide my stop behind the high liquidity up in here, right here at 14. Okay, here's our retest, our probe again. Okay, back up. Okay, now let's see if do we get follow through? Is it going to be a reversal? Do we get back up above this stop run? It's funny this doesn't show a stop run. It looks like it. All right. Okay, market's going to come up and trade into this high liquidity here, and let's see if we get follow through from that. Okay, a couple icebergs up here. I'm going to move my stop up a little bit higher. Here's the reason, because I'm just going to re-enter if it trades up into here anyway, if I see those sellers come back in. So I'm just going to move it up. That's the logic here. It's not the best logic, but I don't want to re-enter. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. So here's our probe, and here comes another one here. This retest. Now let's see if we get sellers here. And if we do, I would look for them to come down to here. Okay, to 11.5. That's all we got out of it. It didn't come to 11.5. It came to 12.5. That's it. So now come back up. Do we get buyers? Not yet. Exhaust out. Do we get sellers? Not yet. Just chop. Luis, I know you are a market profile trader, volume profile trader. This is kind of bullish right now. See, even though we have exhaustion up here, this is kind of bullish in a sense. This is your TPOs, and you know, if time is or if price is accepting up at a level over time, okay, that's usually means that it can still push higher. Okay, it came from the in this small move here to the upside, and then it even though it exhausted out here, it accepted in this area in here. Now this is a more micro kind of structural area here, but okay, so now you can see we're not getting the buyers came in and we didn't get the follow through. We did get the sellers down here, okay, and now we got follow through, okay, to the downside. Okay, I'm looking for this to start to trend again. Okay, this is our low volume pullback. Okay, it came on a little more volume this time. Okay, here's our move to the bottom in the swing here. Okay, we're finding a bit of buyers come in, but I still like it. I don't see this as a double bottom here, and well, as soon as I say that, you see this big buying coming back in here. Okay, but I was going to say here before that buying came in, here's what we've got. You know, we got sellers here. We do have some buyers in here, but then the sellers come back in again, and we have sellers at the low here. At this point here, get a little bit of a pullback. That's fine. I would look for seller follow through to the downside though. All right. Well, I'm still looking for follow through here to the downside. Okay, in fact, we can. I'm going to even move my my take profit, and we can go for the swing low, maybe of the day here. We'll just move it down. Okay, here's why. Okay, this move to the upside, our distribution pattern. We saw the high liquidity transact in here, and we see the sellers come back in, pull back. I'm looking for this to start to trend. Okay, so I'm looking for follow through to the downside. Okay, this aligns fundamentally with our bigger picture. And we have our technical level as well. Okay, the high liquidity transacting in here didn't hit our previous target. It just traded into this liquidity here. Okay, I see, Alois. Just catching up right now on your comment here. So you're looking for the move to '08 and then the potential, but then you canceled it. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, it looks to me like, we're looking for it to trend. Okay, and we did break this swing here. In fact, we can go in again, and I'm looking for the follow through. Now, again, guys, this is not a trading room, and I just want to demo some of these ideas in here. If you want a trading room, there's a whole bunch of different educators we have out there that offer those kinds of services. And this is about understanding these markets, understanding order flow, and how to apply it to some of your trading techniques. Okay, pretty choppy. We did not get, I was looking for follow through immediately here after this pullback. Okay, so we got stopped out on that position, but our bigger position still remains. Yeah, it's not, boy, these buyers keep coming in though. Look at this. It is not trending. It is not trending. All right, we're going to get stopped out on this as well, it looks like. Again, we get this kind of move up or probe up and retest these highs here. Shake everybody out, including us. Okay, do we find buyers up here? Okay, there's a little bit of a stop run. Well, I would say this is an opportunity to sell. But we're still seeing if we can find some buyers here. Okay, this is how the markets really humble you. Everything is looking so good for this trend, and we get the move up to here. This is where the auction market theory, though, is really nice in talking about, especially with the stock indexes and these kinds of probing moves, retesting areas. Is there interest in the auction? Is there not? And and then coming back down and testing the other side here and knocking people out along the way and getting people involved, and then having them having to cover along the way as well. Okay, so now market came up here, it failed up here. God, I mean, I'm going to do it again. I just can't help it. Like I am looking for these. We see the probe down to here. I'm looking for it to retest this here. Okay, we should get the retest. Okay, it tested up here, didn't find buyers. Did it test down here? Did it find sellers? Okay, will the trend, this kind of trend, continue here? Okay, these are not setups, by the way. You know, we're kind of off the beaten path here. We're not trading our setups in here. We're just kind of going along with this, some of these concepts here. And you know, it's in demo. It does say real trading, but you guys know this is my demo account here from Bookmap. Okay, now let's see if we get a whole different ball game here below the swing at this 06. We'll see. Okay, so that would be probing, and an impulse move basically is what we're looking for below 06 here. Okay, and redefine the market or the auction, or I'm sorry, I should say value. Right, that's how we move away from value areas and create another value area. You can have a low volume node, create another value area, and then create another value area in here, one after another. So yeah, something like this. You get 1, you get 2, you get 3, you get 4, and that's what a trending day looks like. The only thing that's making sense to me here on this buying coming back in fundamentally, or the news out there, is the taco trade. You guys probably have read about. Trump was not too happy about hearing that, from what I read. So it means Trump always chickens out. So what that means is here he's rattling the sword here. Here's the taco trade coming back, potentially. Right? It's saying that he's gonna chicken out, and he's going to take back what he had said about the trade wars or the tariffs. Okay? And the market's testing him. That's the way I view it, at least. All right, let's see if these sellers think he's chickening out or not. We did get the move down to our swing at least. Okay, that's what we're looking for here. I wanted to hold it for a bigger move. And we didn't trade into that high liquidity down here yet. So I'm still looking for that. All right, let's see if we can get it here, right here. Here's some exhaustion. And right here, we gotta find our sellers, this 09 and a quarter right here. And then the follow through to the downside. There we go. Beautiful. All right, looking for more than that. All right, back to a little chop back in here. We didn't even get a stop run out of that one. Okay, buyers tried again. And now let's see if we can get sellers again. Back down to here. Back down to this 008 or so. Okay, now let's see if sellers can, we get price discovery here. And just down to this swing, or this liquidity down here around 005, 06. Okay, so there's some. We come right back. Now let's see if we can get it again. Okay, they tested here. Okay, didn't find too many buyers interested. Okay, now we find a bit. Okay, back in the range. Does this make sense to you guys? Like, what was it? Well, I guess it was DNT yesterday. Little moves like this here in this is really, you know, starting to get into the microstructure, but this is a mean reversion trade right here, right? It tested out here, didn't find buyers. Here's some exhaustion, found some sellers back into the mean. Okay, so look, it's still trying here, but it keeps mean reverting. Okay, and then something's going to happen at some point though, and you won't get this kind of mean reversion or these tests in here. Someone will redefine, or something will redefine the markets. And it will move away from a value area, and it won't mean revert. It will explore. And we got buyers coming back up, retesting this area up here. Okay, who would have figured that one? Right, and then that knocked our stop out. Okay, from this here. Okay, probably got a little too greedy on that. You know, I was really looking for the follow through here. This is why, you know, in the course on that learning center, talk about. Let's go back there. In a lot of these in here, we talk about taking some off at the bottom of the range. Like wedge pattern or others in here. Maybe you've heard of the wedge, you know, and taking some off because we don't know, right? But hold though for a runner and try to get that move to the lower liquidity here. Okay. So yeah, beautiful. Look at that. Look at how frustrating it is. Right above the swing, there's the probe, knocked out the stop, and now we get the follow through here. Okay, so now we haven't had our big move yet. I guess this would be our bigger move during this session here. Okay, the move away from here. Okay, but it's been very choppy since. Okay, I still have bias to the downside though. I'm not going to debate with you, Rob, if he's playing chicken or not. I'm just saying that's what people are saying. I mean, you can see the push is a pushback. I mean, Wall Street or, you know, traders are always pushing back. Like, you know, someone comes out and says something, and maybe they want the markets to move in a certain way, or maybe the markets move in a certain way, and then traders though will come back in and say, "Oh, is that for real? Is it really? You know, is that, you know, what the case is? Let's test it." And that's what's happening right now in these areas in here. The market's playing chicken. Well, I mean, I mean, facts are facts. I mean, like, Trump is saying, tariffs are, we're instating these tariff programs, and then he comes back and says, well, we're going to reprieve it for 90 days. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, and traders are reacting to that. That's why we had here. Let's go back and take a look. That's why we had this huge drop to the downside, and then here's the recanting right in here. Okay, in the daily chart, this was a 10% move to the upside in one day, right? Something like that. So here's the market, and this is what the market thinks about the tariffs. This is their answer, and we're chopping around right now in it as well. Well, then the question is, Rob, if that is the environment, do you want to play in it right now? Hey, I don't care about the politics. I don't care about any of that. I care about, like, do we want to trade in this market to make money? If this is the environment, it can be pretty choppy and pretty nasty, and a lot of swings. So how do we align? Like, look, my strategies, or it hasn't, I was not trading the setup. I was just looking for follow through, and what I want to say is what I'd mentioned in the very beginning about the right setup for the right time. Okay, the right day. So, and this probing market back and forth right now, if that's what the market is, then okay, then let's come up with a strategy for that. Here we see sellers coming in down to where these buyers came in. Let's see a probe back up to at least here. Then you can put a limit order in there if that's what you're thinking. Or do you think it's going to come all the way back up to here and just kind of breach the high again? You can put a limit order in there and look to trade it back down to where you think it will probe again, and then then you can take profit. You could have made, like, what, this is 11 down to 7, so there's 4 points. Here's another 4 points back. Here's another 4 points back. Okay, and that would be in line with you have a setup in line with maybe the bigger picture fundamental environment. Okay, and this is the move we were looking for. And now I'm really looking for follow through, though. The market's going to move. At some point, it's going to move here. This looks like it to me. And let's see if we can get the follow through down to the figure. Okay, down to the liquidity. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Ooh, I still had an order in here. Okay, let me get rid of that. Okay, well, I don't see a lot of liquidity down lower. The figure, and then it's pretty dark underneath. So maybe this kind of 05, 02, and 99.5. All right, let's see. We're going to play chicken in here. All right, so we're filled on that one, and it's still kind of blazing through. I like this area here. Here's a little bit of a bump. Here's the retest back up above. Now I'm looking for sellers to retest right back down to these buyers. Okay, and I'm going to move that stop way up, well, just in case it comes up to here. because if it comes up to here, we're going to add in another. Again, this is not a strategy, right? Or a setup. It can be, it could be turned into one. And you can see this takes I don't know, I'm not too comfortable with it, you know, setting limit orders like this, because we talked about this last night in the Academy meeting a bit. You can get run over really quickly, or not filled, and it runs away from you. I look more for kind of a confirmation, and then I like to get in. And it, you know, you might have like top ticked it, you know, and maybe it went against you one tick or less. But you know, I would rather look for the confirmation. Okay, so here I'm looking for sellers right here at this 07.25, and then the test down to 05. Okay, now we can even put in a sell stop here, and I'm looking for follow through. Okay, and then I would look to get out though right down at 05 on this one. I'm just looking for it to test down to here. And we didn't get it. So here's some selling, very little selling. Buyers? No. Okay, now it's sellers. Now let's see if we can get follow through at least down to this 05. And it immediately retests. Very choppy. Retesting again. Okay, now let's see the sellers put it to them. No, they don't even come in. We don't even see anything in here, right? Nothing. Okay, now let's see if we get it here. Here's another retest. Now let's see if they drop it down to 05 here after that. And there we go. Okay, now I'm expecting another immediate retest back up. Now I don't see this as being a powerful move yet. Okay, testing into this liquidity. Up, still more sellers. Okay, now question is, if we're going to be trending, are the buyers going to step aside? Looks like it. Looks like buyers are stepping aside. This is still exploring, right? And that's where we want. That's our sweet spot. We're looking for this to move away on an impulse move, and continue to drive lower. You know, if we see any sort of buying, we're not looking. It's already, you can see buyers are going to mount another attack here, and yeah, they're trying here. Okay. But if what I'm looking for in a trend would be not this kind of buying, I'm just looking for maybe some stops or some covering, right? So just mediocre or meager buying, and no one's interested in really buying. That's why we look for that low volume pullback in a trend, right? So we get our move, low volume pullback, and then sellers come back in and buyers step aside. They're not interested. Okay, so let's see if we get that right now. Okay, looking for sellers in here, and then anyone who bought in here, they're gonna feel the pain, and then we can maybe trade down to 02 and that liquidity there. All right, sellers, let's see it. Let's see, or let's see it. Lack of buyers here. They're stepping aside, not looking for them to come in. Not yet. Okay, we got it. All right, so we still have one position on. And again, guys, this is not, we're not trading a setup. It's just going through this back and forth in here and talking about the market with some positions in it. Okay, kind of testing it out. I don't know if this is, I don't know what you guys think. I don't know. Alois, Trading His Life, Rob, Valley Fan, Laura, what do you all think, Stephen? Is this misleading, or is it, we're kind of testing things out, right? And if we have a setup, we'll trade it. I didn't really see anything great. Anyway, I just want to try to offer the best education we can. Okay, and what I have found is, if we can kind of put it to the test, take it a little step further than just analysis, and then talk about trade management within it, we can get a lot more out of it. I'd love to get your feedback, please. If this is a good idea or not. Yeah, Sniper Trader, good day to sit on our hands. Well, I mean, it's been very, very choppy in here. The overall move, this is what can be so frustrating in trading, is the overall move in here is doing what we thought it was going to do. It's just been really back and forth along the way. We still have the setup here. Now, this is so easy in hindsight, and all of the kind of back and forth in here and the chop, we don't have to look at it or deal with it when we step back and take a look at it here, right? But the overall move is this strong move, strength in the market, up into high liquidity here, and then this move away here from all of this, and then the acceptance down lower, and we're looking for price exploration to continue lower due to the kind of bigger picture outlook for the day. Okay, and our higher time frame levels. We had a gap fill as well. So we have a gap fill, and we also have some geopolitical news to look at in the trade. Okay. Now we're looking for the scenario to the downside. The one thing that we kind of lacked in here was the setup in the checklist. Okay, European close coming up in about 5 minutes or 8 minutes, and it's Friday. Thanks, Sniper Trader. You like the teaching? Okay. I mean, look, if I've had people get back and say they were distracted by it, but the majority of people said that that's great. You just showed really interesting order flow in the setup, but how do you trade it? How do you manage it? Okay, most people have. That's the feedback I've gotten. All right, well, here they come again, right? Buyers coming right back in. Okay, after trading into the high liquidity here. Okay, so now this is, again, back to what we were talking about in terms of, the bigger picture here, technically, is this is still in a downtrend. This is a retest to where? The high volume node right here. In this range in here. So, are we going to come back up to near the top of the ranges or some of these swings at 13 or 15? I doubt it, but hey, you never know. Uh, I like the move back to here. This is more of a mean reversion trade. Are we going to get, though, not just a mean reversion, a move to the other side of the range? I don't know about that. I'm looking for the move to the downside. Okay, trading is life. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So you like it because this is helping with your trade management. Okay. Boy, I mean, it hasn't been the greatest trade management in a lot of these, but nonetheless, like we'll try to refine it and get better. You know, find more opportunities. It can be a little tricky during the webinar because we're explaining something, then we come back and we miss a beautiful opportunity. That's happened a lot recently, especially. Look at that. I didn't expect this. Okay, so here we've got, I mean, the pattern is there for the this pullback here, kind of a flag-ish type of pattern here. And all of that means is, or what it means is, you know, here you can see even like a reverse head and shoulders in here, or inverse. And then look at the buyers here, right? A cluster of buying here. It's playing out, and it played out to the kind of bigger picture, this kind of value area here, point of control of this little range in here, right? My CVP, chart range volume profile. And I'm surprised though that we see the move back down here, and then we found buyers again. They're still trying to like move it back up to the top of this range here. All right, well, let's see. Are they really willing to buy up here? There we go. Okay, so they are. So there's a stop run on up as well. Okay, up into at least 13. Now it hasn't come back up into 15 yet. And now this is on strong volume though. Okay, that strong volume keeps me out. Otherwise, I'd call BS on this. All right, so traded up into high liquidity along the way in here, and now let's see if sellers take a shot at it and try to drive it lower. Okay, Omar, you're looking for the 20 level up here, maybe. Swing high of the day here in the cash session. I mean, the volume looks good. Okay, great. All right, thanks, Laura. I appreciate it. Just yeah, just don't want to mislead. And there was some feedback I got. It was just like, look, when you take a position, it kind of clouds my mind. Okay, instead of going through the just trying to objectively go through the order flow. See, now we're finding some sellers though, whereas the sellers in here, you can see again, they step aside, right? Now we're finding them though. Right now, do the buyers step aside? Well, I see some liquidity in here at 10. I'm looking for the sellers to try to drive it right back down to here and retest these guys at 06. And just turned into back and forth now. Sellers, there's buyers. Is kind of a battle, or is just trying to figure it out in here. Are we going to still trend higher? Swing is up here around this 15 or 16. And then do we find buyers back up there? Okay, after a nice stop run maybe. This is how stops can help. Do we see a stop run yet? Nope. I mean, there's a little bit here. All right, buyers stepping aside now. They may come in around here though. Let's see, where's our 06? Okay, this is where this buyer stepped in before. Let's see if they're going to step in here again, or if they step aside. It's like this reminds me of like a matador with the cape, or the just letting the bull go right through it, right? Brutal, just brutal to see this kind of chop back up to here again, and then look at the sellers take it right back down. And just this really can be frustrating for traders. Trading is just not easy, and this is why. Anyway, guys, we're out of time. Tom B is up. He is. I'm kind of just eking into his time here. So let's wrap it up. We'll call it a day, and let's see if we can get some follow through down to the figure, maybe below it here. In fact, I don't have my OCO in. I'll maybe. Heck, where do I want to put this OCO? Be a buyer down here and a seller up here, right? In fact, no, I'm just going to move it down to break even. Okay, I'm not looking for buyers back up above this area up here. I'm looking for the sellers to now move it away. Okay, so we are at break even plus 1 or 2 there. Okay, so getting that follow through after a really pretty bullish move in here to the top of the range, or almost, yeah, no, right to the top of the range. Brutal. Anyway, guys, let's call it a day. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we will catch up with you on Monday. All right, take care out there. Bye-bye.